Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So today, guys, we are working on the Ford Kuga outside. It's starting to sort of drizzle and rain a little bit this morning, but it is supposed to clear. So I'm gonna bear with it because I really want to get this Kuga on its way so we can get it inside the workshop. At the minute, it doesn't drive, does it? So because of the suspension. So I really want to get out there, have a great, good old crack at that today, see how far we get, strip it all down. Obviously, I've got some parts here, got the wing, got the wheel, got the suspension, all the bits and pieces. Don't really know the full extent of the damage, I've got to be honest, behind the wing and behind the suspension, the leg and stuff like that. So really need to get in there, have a look, see what's going on, do a damage assessment, and then just start changing parts, basically. So let's get out there, see how it goes. I might have to build a shelter. I don't know yet. Let's just crack on, guys. I have got another car. I've got the Citroen C1 I could bring in and crack on with that one. But I don't know, it's just something about today that I really want to get cracking with that Mark II Kuga. I want to get it back on the road and have a good look at it. So, yeah, let's just crack on. Let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, it's just starting to stop raining, so I'm going to get set up, I'm going to get out here, and then I'm going to start taking this apart so we can see the damage, what's going on this corner. Like I said to you, I've got most of the parts for this one, but there's, you never know, there's always going to be something that, that I need, but yeah, I knew obviously suspension leg, wheel, all the suspension parts, lower control arms, drop links. I knew all that, even the drive shaft. So, and the wing in colour. But you just never know what we're going to find. So let's get set up. Let's get cracking. Let's get this taken apart and having a good look at what is going on. So yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, there we go. Most of it's stripped down apart from the lower control arm and the leg. But I'm just going through the bits and pieces, pulling off whatever I need to pull off. I've pulled off the wing now, the wheel arch and bits and pieces up here as well. Just sort of disconnecting the scuttle panel on top so I can get to the bolts that's underneath there to get to there's 3 bolts holding that up. And you have to take all this off to get to that. So yeah, I'm just going through the motions and just gradually getting there, gradually getting closer and closer to those bolts. You can just see one there. So, but yeah, when it comes to actual behind damage, like behind all this, I can't really see, apart from that, which I don't really... I'm not sure about that really, whether or not that should stick straight. I think that should stick... Yeah, I think that should stick out straight. That's been kinked in a bit, I think, as well. So that just... And look how flimsy that is as well. So that just needs pulling round just like that. It's probably going to sit about there. But it's all this that I'm looking at just to see any other damage. And I literally cannot see nothing in there at all. So got really lucky with this one, I believe. I think I can pull this headlight out now as well. So I'm going to pull that headlight out the way, I think, just to get it out of the way. The actual bumper is complete. This bracket here, there's no brakes whatsoever on that bumper. How lucky was that? So that just needs a nice little touch up, spray in or whatever with that. But yeah, I'm just looking to see what else we've got to change. We've got to have to take this lower trim off, cover, take that off, so we can drop the gearbox oil, so we can pull the rest of that gear drive shaft out. You can see it's all still there, look. So yeah, I need to pop that out. But before I do that, I want to drop the gearbox oil down, then get the lower arm that can come off, because we've got another one for that. Need a track rod and end. Got a new drop link, so I'll order a track rod and end so we can get that done as well. I'd like to get that done before, really. So yeah, we are getting there. Slowly we are getting there. But that's what it's all about, isn't it, guys? Just taking time, it's just sort of going through it, getting the motions done. So yeah, I'll set you back up. Let's continue stripping it down. I'll order those last two parts, because that's the only two parts I need, is that track rod and end. That's the only two parts I think I need now. And I want to get them done first, because it's nice to get that done whilst everything's out of the way. Get that track rod end sorted. So yeah, set you up, guys. Let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, I'm fighting with this. This is putting up a fight, I tell ya. But don't care how long it takes. You know, it's going to be it's going to be taken apart and it's going to be done. So yeah, as you can see, still I've got most of the bits and pieces off now. The drive shaft is out, the gearbox, so that's done. The track rod is off and out, so that's out the way. I'm just keeping it there just because of, you know, I'm just trying to compare it from the new one. Yeah, it's getting there, but what happened is that the lower control arm was pushed and it's bent the actual lower control arm at the bottom towards the actual bolts. So I'm struggling to just undo the bolts, and now I'm struggling to get up to there to hold the bolt at the nut at the top whilst I undo the bolt at the bottom. There's not a lot of room. It's tight, really tight. So yeah, struggling a little bit, I've got to be honest, to getting that down, because that's part of the actual anti-roll bar. This is the anti-roll bar, and the anti-roll bar bush is part of the actual clamp as it goes around. It's all together. I've tried dropping the subframe a little bit. You can see there I've undone this bolt, and I've undone the bolts at the bottom, but it's still not enough really. I might have to go to the other side and undo the bolts on the other side as well, but yeah, it's becoming a pain, but it's a challenge, and I do like a challenge. I think that's got to come out like that. Yeah, I do like a challenge, guys, you know me. But it is raining again. It's just on and off today. And I'm working outside. I don't normally work outside, do I? It's normally inside where I ain't got to worry about the weather. But when you're doing this, I'm reliant on the actual weather itself. But I'll carry on. Let's just see how far we get today. But so far, you can see all the parts. I've actually literally cut that bloody lower control arm off to get it out of the way, because it's just in my way. I just can't get underneath there to get to the bolts and everything. So I thought, you know what, let's cut it out of the way, and then we can continue doing it. But so far, so good. You know, it's like I said, it's putting up a fight. It really is putting up a fight, but I do love it. I do like it. So it's a challenge. So let's continue for the moment. I'll set you up and let's just see how far we get today. So yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, getting somewhere, actually, finally, moving somewhere, moving forward. Managed to get the old one off, which is there, got that out of the way. It was actually pretty, once you remove that, and I put this one on, I got this from Gala's, this drop link, and it just literally slotted in, bolts just went in so smooth. There was no, there's no issues whatsoever with that subframe. I guarantee it. That is absolutely spot on, that subframe, because that just slotted straight in. Bolts went in nice and easily, just sort of a little bit of a wiggle, and then managed to catch the nut with the bolt, and then yeah, job done. So you can see I've got a new track rod in place, all done up nice and tight. I use this for that. So yeah, starting to sort of, you know, put things back together and back on the car. But unfortunately, I've run out of time today because I need to go and pick up another new project that I just won today, literally 2 hours ago, and from Copart in Rochford. And I'm now going to go and pick it up, and yeah, going to go and see what it's all about. It runs and drives, so it should be pretty quick and pretty easy to get off the trailer. When I bring it back, I'll pick up sort of nearly 4 o'clock. So yeah, I'm gonna go over there, grab that. I will show you that on Saturday's video, that new project, guys. Yeah, we'll continue with this tomorrow, part 2, and we should be able to get this running on its wheels tomorrow and driving, hopefully. But yeah, so far so good. It's actually moving along quite nicely. So yeah, that's it. That's going to be the end of today's video. Parts everywhere, bits and pieces. I've got to have a right good tidy up before I go. But yeah, so far so good. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in part 2 tomorrow. Let's see how that goes. Take care and see you soon.